Hello, it's Leslie Fightmaster, and welcome to day 68. We're going to work on a challenge pose called Grasshopper, and it's a hip opening pose with some twists. So come to a seated position, sitting up tall. I'm sitting on the edge of a blanket so I can lengthen my spine. You're welcome to try it if you have one. And bring your hands together in front of your heart. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice. And then releasing your arms. Inhale, circle your arms out, around, and up. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, fingertips to the floor. Lengthen on the inhale. As you exhale, walk yourself forward any amount. So you're hinging from the hips, not bending from the waist. We try not to get too much rounding in the back as we fold forward. And you should probably feel this in the hips. Walk yourself up on the inhale. And then take your right arm to your left knee, your left hand behind. Inhale to sit up tall. As you exhale, twist. You're twisting and looking toward your left shoulder. And every time you inhale, see if you can get length and come back to center. Left hand to the right knee and right hand behind to twist. Roll the right shoulder back as you twist. Keep your belly lifted. Come back to center. Change the cross of your legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Walk your hands in front of you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, extend any amount. Again, getting length through the spine. And stretching out the hips and the lower back. And don't worry if you can't go forward very much. It doesn't matter. Just come forward enough to feel the stretch. Inhale, walk yourself back up. Sweep the arms up. Interlace your fingers. Face your palms to the ceiling. As you exhale, turn to your left. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, turn towards your left. Moving from above the waist. Inhale, center. Exhale, and move to the right. So above the waist again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and twist. Reach up through the arms, but draw the shoulder blades towards your waist. Inhale, center. Exhale and release. Slide your blanket out of the way and come onto your back. Take the pinky toe sides of your feet into happy baby. Draw your tailbone toward the floor. Gently rock side to side. Keep your right leg as is and extend your left leg out. Point your toes up to the ceiling and draw your right knee in towards your armpits. So you can get a little deeper into your right hip. If that's too intense, you can always bend your left knee, put the left foot on the floor. Now everybody left foot on the floor. Right ankle just past the left knee for thread the needle. Flex your feet, especially your right one. Try and draw your right hip forward as well as the right knee. And then either stay with that or cross your right knee all the way on top of your left knee. Reach for your feet like handlebars and draw your legs right in toward your chest. It's a deeper stretch. It's like Gomukhasana on your back. And release it back into happy baby. Then we'll keep your in a moment, we'll keep your left leg as is. Here we go. Extend the right leg out for half happy baby, working that left knee toward the armpit. Right leg extends out. Pull the toes back. Flex your foot to keep your right leg firm. And then we'll bend that knee. Left ankle just past the right knee. Bring your hands through. Hold on to your right shin or behind your thigh. Make sure you continue to flex your left ankle. And you're welcome to stay here or left knee over the right knee. A little bit deeper into Gomukhasana legs. So I just want to mention that I really, really like the pants I'm wearing. It might sound shallow, but they're by Kira Grace, and I really think that they're comfortable, and I like the way that they they look. So shallow as that may be, just wanted to share. Roll yourself back and forth and come on up. And then make your way into down dog. So arms, shoulders distance apart, feet hips width. Spread your fingers. Start to bend one knee and the other, so you'll bicycle your legs here, stretching out your hamstrings. Make sure to spread your fingers nice and wide and press onto the base of the fingers and lift your forearms away. Come way up onto your tip toes, belly toward thighs. Keep stretching out your spine, and then keep all that length and begin to straighten your legs any amount. Heels are reaching toward the floor, although they never have to touch. Mine never do, because I like to get length through my downward facing dog. Look forward, either step up or hop your feet forward. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees a little if you need to. Inhale, press down through your feet and reach up, lengthening, and exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, circle your arms up, and exhale, folding in, hips over the heels. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back into plank pose. Lower slowly to the floor. Knees can come down first for that. Untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Pull your chest forward. Press all your toenails down onto the floor. Lower down, press up to plank. Knees can be up or down. Lift your hips into downward dog. Stretch back here. Come back to your steady breath if you've lost it at all. Right leg back and up. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Keep your left heel stretching down. And then right foot all the way up by the right hand. Spin your back heel flat and come into warrior two. So warrior two, make sure your front heel is in line with your back arch. Your right knee points over your middle toes. Get that knee right over the ankle. We don't want the knee to go past the ankle. Lift your chest, but draw your shoulder blades down toward the waist and stretch out through the arms. Dropping the left arm reverse. Exhale, bend your right knee. Stretching out the side body. Inhale up. Lean forward. Take your right forearm to the right thigh and stretch your left arm over your ear. You can also take your right hand down to the pinky toe side of the foot or a block and spin your left tricep down so your pinky finger's facing the floor and the thumb faces the ceiling. Inhale to warrior two. And then straighten your front leg and your back. Point your toes out, heels in. Goddess pose. It's a high squat. And then arms to a T, right arm over left. Gomukhasana arms. Oh, sorry, those are Garudasana arms. Eagle arms. Lift your fingertips up, drop your hips down, and then make your way back into warrior two. Windmill your arms down and take your vinyasa. Chaturanga, inhaling, press into up dog or cobra. Exhaling, all the way back into down dog. Inhale, left leg floats back and up. Bend the knee and open up your hip, stretching evenly through the arms, the shoulders, reaching the right heel toward the floor. Square off your hips, step it right in the middle. Spin your back heel flat, warrior two. Front heel's in line with the back arch. And gaze over the left fingertips. Make sure the knee is staying over the ankle. Super important to keep your knee safe. Your back inner thigh lifts up. Drop the right arm reverse. Bend into the left knee as you stretch the side of your body. Inhale up, lean forward, left forearm to left thigh, right arm up and over, spin your right tricep down. You can keep your forearm on your thigh or take your left hand to the pinky toe side of the foot or a block. Keep stretching from your right fingertips all the way through the outer edge of the right foot. Inhale, sweep yourself back to warrior two and take yourself to center, toes out, heels in, knees and toes in line, left arm over the right, reach your fingertips up. So if you can't take the left arm over the right, you can always just cross left over right and touch your opposite shoulders. Keep dropping the tailbone, lifting the hip points. And then back into warrior two, left leg turns out, windmill the arms down, vinyasa, or right into down dog to stay. Your choice. Stretching back, right leg up again. Exhale, step it through, back foot flat, again to warrior two. Reverse your warrior, bend the front knee a little bit. Inhale to come up, lean forward. Take your right hand down to the floor or forearm to the thigh. Inhale, back to warrior two, coming up. And then exhale, windmill your arms down. Step it back, lower chaturanga, inhaling up, exhaling back. So one movement per breath in this one. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it through, back foot flat, come into warrior two as you inhale. Exhale here. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, come up, lean forward. Exhale, side angle, Parsva Konasana, hand toward the floor or forearm to thigh. Inhale, sweep back into warrior two. Exhale, windmill the arms down, vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and exhale to down dog. So we're still warming up. So we're taking this one at a little faster pace to warm up. Stretching back. Remember, you can hit the pause button anytime. Look forward, bend the knees, step or hop the feet. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale to fold. Inhaling, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhaling, samastitihi. Inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, weight into the heels. Exhale and fold forward, reach the crown of the head down. Inhale, make a long spine. Exhale, step or float, chaturanga. If you jump back, land in chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back into down dog. Right leg up on the inhale. As you exhale, step it up. Stay on the ball of your back foot. I'm going to get a block. So if you have a block, you're welcome to use it. Left hand on the floor or a block, right arm up. Pull your right hip back. Try and keep your hips nice and level. So it's a little open twist. Inhale, come back up into crescent pose. And then hands to heart center. We'll twist a little deeper. Hook your left arm across. Press your palms right in toward the center and widen across your collarbones. Now left hand to the floor, right arm up if you want to go a little deeper. Otherwise, keep with your prayer twist. And release that. Bring your hands down. Chaturanga on the exhale. Long inhale into up dog. Exhale back into down dog. Inhale, left leg floating up. And exhale, step it through. So right hand either on the block or on the floor, and start to make your twist. Lift your left arm up. Reaching through the top arm, still try to pull your right hip back and drop your left hip down. You can stay on that block or inhale, we'll come back to center. Back into crescent pose, get length, lean forward to get some more length. Take your right arm across and press your palms together. Prayer twist. Try and widen across your collarbones. Shoulder blades move down toward the waist. You can stay where you are or right hand down, left arm up. So keep pulling the left hip back, dropping it down, lifting the right hip up. So you're twisting from above the waist. Unwind yourself and plank pose, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Stretch yourself back. Get some length. And look up, step or hop the feet. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale and fold. And bend the knees. Utkatasana, chair pose, weight in the heels. Stretch up through the arms. Bring your hands to heart center and twist here. So right arm comes across. Now, see if your right knee goes ahead of the left knee like I just showed. Pull your right hip back. Sometimes the hip wants to go, but we don't want it to. You can stay as you are or right hand down, left arm up for a deeper twist. But watch that hip. We don't want it to go forward. Come back into chair pose, and then hands to heart, lean forward, left arm across. Check out your knees. Make sure your left knee is not ahead of your right knee. Stay where you are or left hand down, right arm up. Continue to keep your hips level. Drop the hips. Back to center. This time we'll fold forward, heel toe your feet hips width, grab your opposite elbows and hang. You can gently rock from side to side if you like. If you want to bend the knees a little bit here, that's okay with me. And release the arms, lightly nod your head yes, and shake your head no. Hands to hips, come all the way back up into Samastitihi, standing at the front of your mat. Fix your pants if you need to. So pick up your right leg, take your right foot to the inside of the left thigh for tree pose. If you can, instead of tree, take your right heel toward your navel, point your right knee down, take your right arm behind you. This is Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. You can hold on to your left arm behind your back. If that hurts your knee at all, stay with tree pose. Find your steady spot to focus on with all balance poses. Keep drawing your left hip in towards center. Now, take your right ankle just past the left knee. Bend your standing leg and reach your arms forward. Sit your hips back. Try and drop that right knee down a little. Keep reaching forward. And inhale slowly back up and we'll release it. Second side. So left foot up, either tree pose anywhere above or below the knee. Or you could try half lotus. The left heel comes to the navel. And then the knee points down toward the floor. And then you wrap your left arm behind your back and hold your right arm. So you're widening the collarbones. If you're in tree, you can do the same thing with your arms, or you can just reach your arms up. Keep the breath steady. Draw the right hip in toward the midline. Now take your left ankle just past your right knee. Reach your arms up. Sit back with your hips. Lengthen your spine. And then lean forward a little with your torso hovering over your thigh. Arms and ears in line. Or almost. Good. And then maybe touch fingertips to the floor. Just see if they can reach. And then slowly release back to Samastitihi. Inhale. Circle your arms up. Exhale and fold in. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, press up. Exhale to down dog. Right leg floats up. Bring it forward for pigeon. Pigeon pose. So if pigeon pose doesn't feel good on your knee, lie down. Take your right ankle just past your left knee. Good. And then inhale, lengthen the spine. Make sure your back toes are straight behind you and exhale forward. Now, if you're rolling onto your right hip, put a blanket underneath you or a yoga block or brick if you have one. Breathing here. We're going to stay just for a few breaths because we still got to make it to our challenge pose. But it is a deep hip opener, so this is a good one for it. Come on up. Take your left forearm parallel with the front of the mat. Reach your right arm up or slide your left arm all the way down and right arm behind your back, maybe even taking your toe. Roll the right shoulder back for this twist. But keep pressing all your toenails down on your left foot. And back to center. Make your way back up. I'm going to swing the back leg all the way around and pick up your right leg, kind of cradling it, and then just take your tricep right to the bottom of the foot for a moment. And then hold on to that foot. Take your left hand behind you and twist. So the right knee is out to the right a little, so you're getting a hip opening and a little twist. Pull your left toes back. And back to center. We'll cradle that leg sitting up tall. Keep your spine nice and long, and then cross the leg, step or float back into chaturanga, inhaling to up dog, and exhaling back into down dog. Left leg back and up, inhale. Exhale, bring it forward for pigeon. So coming forward, I have a couple that I work with, and whenever we do pigeon, we have to say it like that because they love it so much. So remember, if this doesn't work, come onto your back and take your thread the needle instead like this. Otherwise, you're in pigeon or pigeon. Make sure your hips are level. So if you're rolling off to the left hip, put a blanket or a block under there. Right toe straight back behind you. Come on up, and taking the right forearm with the front of the mat, lift the left arm up or slide the right arm all the way across. Left arm up or bring it behind you. Reach for your toe. Roll the left shoulder back either way, twisting. Maybe looking up to the ceiling. It's a big twist. Unwind yourself. I'm going to swing the back leg all the way to the front. And bending your left knee, just take the sole of the foot to the tricep. Just press it right in there. And then you're just going to hold onto that left foot, right hand behind and twist. But see how the left knee is out to the left a little bit. So you're getting a hip opening. And back to center, cradle that leg, but sit up nice and tall. If it's a bit much to keep the right leg straight, you can always bend it. Bend both knees and step back, plank pose. And just holding here for a moment. Press up into your upper back and then inhale regular plank. Exhale, round your back like a cat pose, but keep the hips low. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. And look up, step or float the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale the hands to hips. And inhale, halfway up. Knees toward the armpits, lean forward for Bakasana. So you're going to round your back a little bit like we just did in that plank pose. Lift one foot up at a time or both. Keeping lifting from the upper back again, press away from the floor. Step or float chaturanga. Inhale up dog and exhale to down dog. Look up, step or hop your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. And bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. So coming back, right ankle just above the left knee. Bring your hands to the heart and then lean across, taking your right arm, tricep, to the sole of your right foot. You can stay with that or open up. It's a little awkward at first, so do the best that you can. And then back to center, release it. So you can push pause and practice that one again if you want to. Left ankle above the right knee, hands to the heart. Start to sit back, lean forward, get some length, and then you'll hook your left tricep across. So we want to try to get the tricep to the sole of the left foot, and then press your palms together. Or you can take your left arm down and your right arm up. And try and keep your hips level. So this is part of what we'll be doing next when we take our grasshopper pose. So this is a challenging pose. We're going to take, but it's all the stuff we worked on today. So take your right ankle past the left knee. Sit back with your hips, hands to the heart. Try to get that tricep all the way across. This time, hands to the floor. Lean forward, round the upper back. Let your elbows bend, and then extend the leg out to the front of the mat. So toward the front of the mat. So I'm stepping on my tricep with my foot. And back to center. And we're going to do this one both sides twice. And then you're welcome to push pause and practice it some more. And just play with it. Right ankle past the left knee. Bring your hands together, lean forward. So I'm going to take my right arm. So you might need to towel off also. If you're sweaty, your foot will never stay there. Bend your elbows so that you can make a little shelf. Doing the same side again. Reach that leg forward. And then come back to center. And just rest a moment. This is a hard one. Hands to hips, come all the way up. So if you're sweaty or if you have lotion on your feet or anything, you got to wipe all that off or else you can't possibly balance. Left ankle above right knee. Sink back with your hips. I'm going to take that tricep to the sole of the left foot and bring my hands to the floor. Lean forward. My elbows have to bend, and then I pick up that right leg and extend it to the front of the mat. And that left foot is pressing right on top of my tricep like a little shelf. Come back to center and fold forward. Rest a moment. And then we'll do that same side one more time. Last one, left ankle above your right knee. Flex that ankle, hands to heart. Start to sink down, bending the right knee. Hook your tricep all the way to the bottom of your left foot. Lean forward, hands on the floor. Let your elbows bend. Reach your right leg straight to the front of your mat. Breathing here. And then bring it back to center. And we'll just come down into a little squat and rest. Take a break. And then to do down dog, plank pose, chaturanga. Inhaling up dog or cobra. And exhale back to down dog. You can always skip that vinyasa too. So again, push the pause button and play with it if you'd like. Otherwise, step or hop to seated. Press the backs of your hands together so you can stretch out your wrists. And then onto the back for bridge pose. Take your feet hips width apart. Make sure the outer edges of the feet are parallel. And then press up into bridge. Roll your shoulders under, interlace the fingers. Spiral your thighs in toward each other. You don't have to interlace the fingers. You can always keep the hands by your sides or press your elbows down and point your fingertips to the ceiling. Release and rest. Soles the feet together, knees apart. Supta Baddha Konasana. And feet back to the floor. And bring your hands up by your ears, elbows straight to the ceiling. Press on to the crown of the head, line up your wrists and elbows, and press all the way up. If you don't take wheel pose, come back into bridge pose. Spiral your thighs and make sure the outer edges of your feet stay parallel, and stretch out the front of your body, arms and ears in line. Chin into chest if you're up, and come on down and lower from bridge if you're in bridge. Soles of feet together, knees apart, enjoying that nice open heart energy from your back bends. And one more time. Feet hips width apart, arms by your sides or hands up by the ears for wheel. Elbows straight up to the ceiling if you're going to wheel. Maybe walk in a little closer, not much, maybe a little. But keep stretching out the whole front of the body. Ideally, our hip points and our lower ribs are in the same line across. That way we're not overarching any place or underarching. Chin to chest, lower down. Hug your knees in, gently rock yourself side to side. And back and forth, rocking. Come on up to seated. Take your legs wide for Upavista Konasana. Feel free to go to the side so your heels are on your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can stay right up or walk forward any amount. So hinging from the hips again, we want to try and keep length in your spine. Toes and knees are pointing up toward the ceiling. And again, just coming forward any amount. Outer hips, inner thighs moving toward each other. Inhale, walk yourself up. Feet, legs together. Reach up tall. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Paschimottanasana. So again, lengthening as you inhale. Exhale to extend. Crown of your head is reaching forward. Shoulder blades are drawing toward the waist. Lengthen out the spine, trying not to round it. Inhale is head up. Exhale, come onto your back, hug your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg out, and then take your right knee off to the left, looking over your right shoulder to twist. Inhale, center. Hug the left knee in, and exhale, take it to the right and twist. Look over the left shoulder. Come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. And we'll make our way into our final resting pose. So I happen to have a blanket handy. I'm going to roll it up and put it under my knees because I really think that's comfortable. So for me it is. If you have one, you can try it. Let your feet just flop open, hips width or wider. Arms by your sides, away from the sides of your body, palms up. And relax. Allow your whole body to sink into the floor. Let it be nice and heavy. And releasing your ujjayi breathing, just quiet breath. So back to the yamas, the first limb of yoga. 5 yamas. They're about kind of the golden rule of treating others the way you want to be treated. So the second one is called satya. And satya means truthfulness. So being truthful with yourself and with others. But it's not talking about brutality with the words. I read Satyam Priyat Briyam Priyat. I believe that's how you say it in Sanskrit. Say what is true, say what is pleasant. So if it's not pleasant, then you don't need to say it. But be truthful and say what you mean what you say, and don't say it mean. Now you can rest. Start to reawaken your body. Move your hands and feet. Stretch through your arms and your legs. Couple big breaths. And bend your knees. Roll off to your right side. And just pause here for gratitude for all of our blessings. Let's make our way up to seated. Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. And hands to our forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. And our hands to the heart to remind us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications, sending out energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again tomorrow, where we're going to do some wrapping and some binding in our poses. If you liked today's class, please push the like button and subscribe to our channel and share our classes with your friends. And leave me a comment. I love to hear your comments about how this 90-day challenge is going for you. And if you can afford a donation of any amount, there's a donation button, or not a button, but a link below in our comments. And thank you so much for the donations that have been coming in. They're really helping us to continue our mission to yoga to as many people as possible. Thanks. Bye.